Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So let's talk about the mid-season finale. Alright, so me personally, I was not a big fan of this episode. With the flashbacks taking place while the battle was going on. It did make things kind of confusing. Now, I know I was not the only one getting confused. I did look on Reddit and Twitter, and people on there were also getting confused. People were asking, is this really happening? Is this person dreaming? What's going on? Now, I'm not against flashbacks, just so you know, but I think it could have been handled a little bit differently. Like, for example, I don't know, let's say we take the King Harold and Halfdan scene. So, they come face to face, I don't want to kill you, and then, King Harold kills Halfdan. And while that scene is kind of playing out near the end of it, we hear Bjorn saying, hey, Halfdan, wake up, wake up. And then Halfdan wakes up, what's going on? And then Bjorn's like, hey, it's time to move out. So basically he was having his vision of how the battle might play out before the battle takes place. I don't know, I think that would have been kind of cool, each character having their own vision of how the battle might take place before the battle even begins. I don't know, I think that would have been kind of cool. I don't know. That's just my thought. But some of the things I did like was, of course, the beginning, where you got Halfdan, singing, and then King Harold hears it, and then he starts to sing along as well. I thought that was a really cool, really cool moment, really cool scene between those two characters. Let's see, what else? I also did like how they were doing the one-on-one between the characters and stuff like that while the battle was taking place. So when we had the King Harold and Halfdan scene, after King Harold killed Halfdan, which kind of sucked. Basically the rest of the battle just kind of vanished, and it was just those two characters interacting with each other. I thought that was really cool. Now, sorry for jumping around. Got my notes here. Now, as for Halfdan dying, that sucked. I liked Halfdan. He was a badass character, but he really did not want to be there. He didn't want to fight his brother. He didn't want to fight his people. So I mean, it still sucks he's died, but he didn't want to be there at all. It does suck how they killed him off, like when King Harold was, I don't want to kill you. Whoosh. Like, I don't know, I think that could have been maybe played out a little better. I don't know, he just kind of, I don't know if he just didn't care, go ahead and kill me. I don't know, just didn't feel right. But that's just me. I don't know. Let's see, what else do we got? Of course, we had Vitzerk and Uba coming face to face, and then of course, when they were coming face to face, the rest of the battle disappeared, and it was just those two, kind of confronting each other. That was kind of cool as well. Which of course, Uba couldn't kill Vitzerk. Can't really blame him. I mean, he's not King Harold, so he really couldn't strike down his brother the way King Harold just, so easily did. So, we had that scene. And then, of course, we also had the Astrid and Lagertha scene, which was interesting. That Astrid did want to die. Now, I am on Forbes right now, checking out their review. Take that however you want. I'm not a huge fan of Forbes and the reviews. They're kind of nitty picky, especially when it comes to like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. I haven't seen anybody eating any food. How is nobody starving to death, type of thing. But some of the things on here I do kind of agree with. This person wrote, I hated that Astrid was killed because she didn't want her baby. Why not go back to Lagertha? Which, I mean, she could have. This could have been her moment to go back to her. it seemed Lagertha still loved her. It seemed like she didn't really care about, her having a baby. It's not like it, bothered her or anything. Oh my God, you're pregnant? Oh, she didn't really care. She was like, I think she still would have taken her back. No problem. Um, so let's see. Why not go back to Lagertha, desert Harold and run away, or ask someone for herbs that will perform an abortion? I don't know if that really could have happened, but interesting thing. Uh, no, instead we need to have Lagertha kill her by stabbing her through the stomach. So, I don't know. I mean, yes, Lagertha loved her. She would have taken her back, no problem, even with the baby. I think she would have taken her back. I don't think that bothered her. So, I don't know. It just kind of seemed a little messy to me. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But, I think Lagertha would have taken her back, no problem. Child, no child. It wouldn't have bothered her. I think she would have helped Astrid raise that baby, either way. Sorry, losing my voice here. Let's see, what else do we have? So a couple other things from Forbes as well that I kind of agreed with. Let's see. I don't care all about the Sami people dying because they were barely established as characters, which, I mean, I do agree with. They just kind of showed up. I don't even remember their names, honestly. You had the king and his daughter. I don't even remember her name. What else did he say? I laughed out loud when Bjorn acted so very sad at his new wife's death, although we were never made to even care for her beyond the stupid bondage scene. So, again, I don't know, with those Sami people, they did seem kind of pointless. They just showed up. They did, one ambush scene in the first battle when Vitzerk was trying to, I think, go around and flank them. They ambushed them, and that was basically it. And then, of course, in this final battle, they basically got completely massacred. The daughter's father got killed, and then she got her throat cut. I don't know, it just seemed kind of... Don't really care about the Sami people. I mean, plus it also seemed kind of... I don't know, strange from, like... So when we first meet him, Bjorn goes to his mother and is like, hey, I want to sleep with the daughter. Oh, okay, let me help you with that. Well, you're married, so... What? You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're married, but I'm going to go help you sleep with someone else. That's kind of like what Ragnar did, Hey, I kind of like her too. How about we all get along? Huh? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of... I don't know, a little awkward there, but I don't know. I don't even know what those people really were really brought in for, just for a couple of ambush scenes, and that's about it. Let's see, what else? What else do they also say on here, too? Now, this one here could have been interesting. There are some positives and negatives to this one. Let's see, he says, I hate that Lagertha and her army didn't just go to Kattegat, where they'd had a fortified city to give them the upper leg in the battle. Why build all those walls and towers and such if you have no intention of using them? They knew Rollo might be sending troops against them, tilting the scale towards Ivar, but they choose to meet him in an open field anyways. So, I kind of agree. Maybe they should have used Kattegat. I mean, you do have those walls, the towers, those little spike pit trap things. So I mean, could have used that, could have been an advantage. But on the negative side, you do have innocents there. I'm sure you got other elderly women, children that potentially could get caught in the crossfire and stuff like that and killed. Plus, also, Now, of course, obviously, I don't know the layout of Kattegat, but you got the main entrance, that leads out into the land and stuff like that. And then, of course, you got the ocean behind them. So they could have easily been surrounded. Let's say, for example, Ivar's forces, come in from the front, and then you got Rollo's, Frankish troops coming in from the sea behind them. So now they're basically boxed in. Unless there's, of course, a couple of exits, on the sides or somewhere that they could have retreated from. But, so I mean, there's kind of a yes and no to the whole using of Kattegat, as a defense, because honestly, kind of what's the point of building all those defenses for not using them? So, I don't know. Let's see, what else do we have? We got Margrethe going crazy. I'm kind of surprised she didn't kill those children. I really thought she was going to kill them, but she didn't. But either way, she's going completely mad. So it will be interesting to see, where her character goes from here. Let's see, what else do we have? I'm trying not to do a recap, but that's kind of what it's turning into. Let's see, of course, we got, stuff going on with Floki. He was trying to keep the peace. He didn't want to turn into what was going on with, Ivar and Bjorn and stuff like that. He didn't want them to descend into it because, all right, so he killed you, now you're going to kill one of his, and back and forth it's going to go, and on and on and on. So he was trying to keep the peace and stuff like that, I don't want a war, basically, type of thing. And then, of course, it was crazy that Floki offers himself up as a sacrifice. Really hope that doesn't happen. I don't want Floki to die. Floki's an awesome character, so we'll have to see if if there's another way, things can be settled. But yeah, I hope Floki doesn't die. And then, of course, basically, one of the last things we got is, one of the ending scenes, when they come back from the battle to Kattegat, and Lagertha is there with white hair, ghostly looking hair. Now, about that, I know a lot of people have been saying that, she aged and stuff like that, and she's gotten older, but it doesn't seem like that is true. Let me see if I can find the article. There was an article that that the writer Michael Hurst did with, who was it? Come on. Oh, Entertainment Weekly. So apparently the writer Michael Hurst did an interview with Entertainment Weekly, and they asked him about Lagertha and her white hair, what was up with that, and he responded, let's see, in the last shot of her in the episode, it looks like her hair has turned white. Now, to which he replied, it has turned white. The psychological impact is yet to be worked through. That's a story in itself. Lagertha's breakdown. Now, it says nothing about her aging. It's just apparently everything from this battle just completely, she's got a severe case of PTSD. That's what it seems like, because he says nothing about her, showing her true age or anything like that. So it's just apparently a severe case of PTSD she's suffering from. Now, let's see, there was one other thing, or I guess two other things. Of course, we got Rollo returning. He's sailing into Kattegat, I believe. So that's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen with him. What's he going to say about everything? Hopefully we get some more clarification as to why did you send troops to them? What's going on with you and stuff like that. So hopefully we get some clarification on that. And let's see, the last thing, let's see, I wanted to cover was Ivar. There was a comment, I believe, or a question about Ivar. Let's see if I can find it here. Okay, so here it is. Ivar has now achieved everything he ever hoped for, and now sits on the throne of Kattegat. Does everything turn out great for him? To which Michael Hurst says, all I would say is, be careful what you wish for. So, very interesting. Looks like, you know, things might turn out not the way everybody hoped. So, yeah, anyways, I think I rambled on way too long, so I'm going to end it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review discussion video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. That'd be awesome as well. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And, of course, leave me your comments. Let me know what you guys think. You know, leave me your comments here. Try not to leave them on my reaction video, just in case something happens. You know, I did have to re-edit it about 3 or 4 times due to certain scenes not being allowed to be shown. So, yeah, I don't want to lose your guys' comments, so comment over here. And, yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Did you like the episode? Did you not like the episode? What was your favorite scene? Are you sad Halfdan is dead? That, you know, Astrid is dead? Let me know. And, yeah, just stick around. Tomorrow I should have my Season 5B trailer breakdown video up tomorrow. So be sure to stick around for that. And, yeah, I will just see you guys in the next video. Alright, guys. Take it easy.